Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. So this is my little lip marker stain video. So I have 5 here that I want to talk about. And I always keep in a cup, tip facing down, the felt tip facing down, because it's just like in art school where your Sharpies and your felt tip markers, you always have to put it in a cup, tip facing down so that the ink flows downwards. So a lot of people have this problem, like, oh, it dries out too fast or whatnot. And the reason why is because you're either facing it up so it drains to the bottom, or you're keeping it at its side so the ink only flows on one side of the tip. So I would definitely just face downwards. It'll last a lot longer that way. Works with your pens, your markers, your felt tip markers as well. So definitely put it in a cup like this, and that's how you should always store it. So the first one I want to talk about is actually the first one I ever discovered. It's from Aiko, and I found this walking down the aisles of Ulta. I actually gave this one to my mom. I bought it like 4 years ago. She still has it. Ultra contaminated, but it's hers. I'm not going to ask her to throw it away. But the reason why I like this one so much is because it smells great. It still smells great. And the shade I have here is number 2. It's like a peachish shade, and it's this color right here. Still works. It's kind of light, and it's great for, you know, lining your lips and whatnot. And the price is unknown because I bought it so long ago, and I think it's been discontinued. So the next lip marker I want to talk about is actually my favorite for the last 4 months or so, and it's the CoverGirl Outlast Lip Stain. And the shade I have here is 410. Bit of Berry, which is my favorite shade. It's like a blue undertone raspberry color, and this is it right here. You can see. And the reason why I like this one so much is because it smells great, and I've never really had a problem with it. All I do is face it downwards, and every once in a while I just hit it with a splash of Evian spray. I don't know, but it helps it stay moist and whatnot, and I really like it. So around $7, definitely worth the price. So the next one I have here is from Maybelline. It's Color Sensational, around $7 as well. And I like it a lot because it smells great, but it's probably my least favorite one out of all the ones I'm showing you today because it came out really dry the first time I ever used it. And the first time you use it, it should be, you know, a burst of color. This isn't so much, so I'm going to swatch it right here for you guys. See, very sheer, and you kind of have to build it up. And the sad thing is that it doesn't get that much darker. It's not very buildable. Now the next one I have here is probably my new favorite. It's from Revlon, the Just Bitten Lip Stain. And they used to come in like a rollerball tube, and now they're in lip markers, which I think is great because it's a lot easier to apply. Shade I have is Crave. Also like a blue undertone, raspberry-ish color. And swatch it right here. And I really like this because it's very buildable. It gets a lot darker, and you can build the color to become a little bit more opaque if you would like it. And it comes with a ridiculously good lip balm, which I would apply afterwards. And the cool thing is that once you let this dry and then you apply the lip balm, the color doesn't transfer onto the lip balm, which is amazing. And the next one I want to talk about is the one from MAC, and it's the Pro Longwear Lip Stain Marker. And the shade I have is Runway Ripened, which is also within the same family, like a raspberry-ish color. I like this one, it still works. It's this shade right here, if you guys can't see. Very buildable, which is nice. Smells kind of like the MAC lipsticks, but it's like $16, and the rest of them are like $7 each. The Revlon one is like $8 maybe. So I wouldn't recommend this one. It's a little bit pricier, and you can get the same result using any other brand. So the next one I have right here is from Javon. The shade I have is number 2, which is like a petal rosy color. Buildable. This one right here. It's just a very sweet pink matte lip color. I really like this one because the tip isn't like any other one. It's very, very pointy. So this would be great for lining your lips. If you're just using it for that, I think it's worth it. It's $24.50, which is very expensive in my opinion. But if you're just using it to line your lips, I definitely think it's worth it. Otherwise, if you're using it to, you know, line your entire lip, it'll eventually run out, and I don't think $24.50 is worth it for something that just stains your lips when you can just buy it at a drugstore. And a lot of people complain that their lip markers don't stay on their lips, like it kind of transfers, it doesn't stay perfectly. And I found that whenever I use petroleum-based lip balms such as rosebud salve or Vaseline, it transfers because I don't know if you guys noticed, but when you're in theater and you have a lot of makeup on, a lot of people use Vaseline to wipe off their eye makeup and their just their heavy makeup in general. And when you put Vaseline on your lips, of course it's going to be the same situation. So what I like to use is anything that's not petroleum based. So the one I have right here is from Blistex. It's the Medicaid lip ointment and it's around $1. Doesn't smell that great, doesn't taste that great, it's nothing special, but it works really well and it moisturizes your lip. So that was my little lip marker stain review. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys soon.